Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am super happy you found us. Welcome to Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa. I hope you got a chance to check out my latest video that I posted. It was Back to Basics Part 2 and 3. Sorry, that was a little late. I've been having terrible migraines. I guess that kind of goes with having a brain tumor, unfortunately. But I am back today. I'm feeling awesome, and I have a new video for you. Today we're going to be talking about changing thrift items or Dollar Tree items into 3 really cool, really amazing gifts. So let's get started. Okay guys, so what we're going to start with is I found 2 tins like this at the thrift store, and you could find little flat ones like, you know, the cookie tins. Great gift ideas right here. What you can do is, to make this more interesting, is I took a hammer and just dented it up, and it gave it some movement and some texture to it. Now, what you can do is, you've all seen the videos where they take the Dollar Tree candles, melt them down, pour it in, and attach the wick. You certainly can do that for a candle. That's perfect that way, and it gives off a really cool vibe with the dents in it, and it looks cool sitting on a shelf. I personally have people in my household with asthma, so doing scented candles, even soy candles, is really not good for them. So what I would recommend using are these little battery powered tea lights. Super simple. You just turn them on and put them in, and then when they burn out, but it gives a really cool glow. See how cool is that? You can move them around from room to room. You don't have to worry about people with asthma or anything like that. So anytime you see plain tins, or even the tins that are maybe Christmas or something, you can easily sand those to rough up their texture, spray paint them with some spray paint for metals, and then put a candle in them. But it doesn't have to be a real candle. Use the battery operated ones. They're way better for a lot of people. So that's gift number 1, and it's very chic looking. They have candles that are the beat up metal at West End, I believe, so very on trend. Oops. The second video is taking flowers from Dollar Tree, and I have 2 different kinds here from Dollar Tree. Taking an old frame from a thrift store, and it's just a very cheap black frame with no glass or nothing, okay, and a circle mirror that I had from Amazon, and I'm going to show you how to put these 3 things together to make a really cool gift. So let's go. Okay, so for the first part of this really cool gift, we're going to take our flowers from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to pick off the head, the flower end, the flower part. Then I'm going to get some of these off. And what I've done is I've got some big flowers, some little flower heads, and some leaves. Okay, so I pulled off the parts that I want to spray paint. And I've got some gold metallic spray paint here. I'm going to spray them, let them dry, and then we'll go back into our just plain old square black frame and our little round mirror. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to let these dry a little bit, and then when they're dry, we're going to put it all together for a really cool gift. Okay guys, after you come back and after they're dried, what you can do is make a really cool frame and mirror together. Isn't that cool? It's just such a pretty glow. See? It's just such a pretty glow. So worth repurposing those old tins, I swear. Okay, so here is our plain frame that I got. And all we're going to do is take our flowers that we spray painted gold and some leaves and twigs and add them to our frame in the corner. And you do that with, you can use hot glue, you can use E6000, you can use whatever glue you have available. And I think I'm going to use probably E6000 because it is the strongest. And I'm just going to trim the leaves because I pulled off a whole set because I wasn't sure how many I would need. And then you just arrange the leaves around. Okay, so here we are. We've added our leaves and our flowers, and that's why you do so many, so you can pick and choose what you want to put on it. And it looks gorgeous, but so you could hang it up just like this and have an amazing, interesting wall hanging. You could also add a photograph of some sort on the wall behind it, and it would give a lot of interest and make it pop that much more. Or you could add a mirror, and I would recommend adding a round mirror because the contrast with the square, and it ties in more with the sunflower. So that just gives you an idea of how many ways you can style a plain square frame with just a few inexpensive flowers, spray painted and glued to it, and then throw in a simple round mirror or a really cool photograph. Our last really cool gift idea from Thrifted and Dollar Store Finds is some more of these plain black frames, only these have the glass in it. And you take the frames with the E6000 glue and you attach the glass very cleanly. You will use a toothpick or something around the edges so it's glued in. Then you glue the frames together. Now when you do this, you can do one of two things. You can do some rolled art on the glass itself, which I'm going to show you in a minute, or you could put something like this print that I have it sit between the two frames, so when you glue the frames together, you're basically gluing the print in place, and it like floats in the center of the two frames. Of course, you're going to have one against the wall, so it would look like that. And that is just a really cool look. Okay, so it would be something like that. I keep moving it, obviously, because it's not glued in, but you could glue the print in between the two frames, and it would have a look like that, which is really awesome. Or you can do the print on the glass itself, and let's do that right now. So what I did with this print was I actually rolled this print on some glass, then took the paper and pushed it down on the glass and made the print. How easy, right? But the glass itself can be the art. So I'm going to go ahead and put this glass in its frame so it doesn't move. And I'm just doing it by using the little tabs that hold it in. Okay, so there's the glass in its frame. And this glass I'm actually going to take out of the frame. Okay, so I'm just going to take it out like that. I'm going to lay it down on my desk. Like that. I'm going to get my 3 primary colored paints, which are blue, yellow, and red. Because you mix these 3, you get green, purple, and orange. And I'm just going to stripe them down the center. Doesn't take much, just a little bit. And it can be any kind of paint you want. I'm using acrylic paint. Okay. And then I'm going to use a brayer. That's all it is. And I'm going to roll it first long ways and then kind of sideways. So and then I'm going to go kind of like that. And then I'm going to put... Okay, so once you put your paints down, you just take your roller and roll over and then left and right, and now you can see I've got some purple in there, some red, and some yellow, and it makes a really cool design on there, right? So now we'll let this dry real quick. So once it dries, you have that look on the outside, but you come back and you can use a paintbrush and you can draw some squiggles in. And get all the paint off the tip. And then come in and you can make a heart if you want. Take some fabric and kind of wipe off in the heart. So it looks like, and that just depends on how much you want your design to stand out. And then there you can really see the heart, and that was wiping it off. So it's really cool. Once it dries all the way, okay, you bring your 2 thrift store frames back. This is the one that doesn't have the glass in it, so we're going to put the glass back in this one, and we're going to put shiny side out. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come and attach it to the other frame, and it looks like that. And how cool is that? It's like 3D effect, like it's popping off in there. Just glue these 2 frames together with your E6000 or whatever glue you have that is strong enough to connect the 2. And try to be kind of neat on this one. And what I'm going to do, I think, is just connect the corners. I think that will be the easiest way. And I have both open ends of each frame. This is the open side, and this is the open side here. And we're connecting both of those at the corners with the E6000. And it just makes such a cool shadow box painted 3D effect. I love this gift idea. If you have somebody in your life that loves art, that loves color, this is definitely an unexpected. Oh, and if you get glue, just clean it up. I'll clean that up in a minute. But this is definitely an unexpected, different look. And you can just hang it on the back, but you could hang it this way too. And see that way too, because you're looking through the other glass. Remember, it's a double glass with nothing in the center, and your frames are glued together at the corners. So guys, I hope you enjoyed all these great different thrift/dollar store last minute gift ideas. If you did, be sure and give this video a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you'll know when I post. I have a lot of cool projects like this coming up in the new year for our home interior segment that we're going to be doing. And of course, always paper crafts. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.